Hello and welcome to another episode of It Came From The Page. And today we're just going to be doing a little bit of a video to kind of outline future plans for the channel. The channel has kind of stagnated a little bit, so I'm going to be trying to do a little bit of changes and alter things and maybe make a little bit more of a tight schedule to kind of introduce a little bit of variety, because I really do feel like I've kind of stagnated creatively. Not that that's a huge deal, but it's not. BookTube has not been as fun for me because I'm not doing as much creative things, which is fine. That's just how life works. So I've been kind of like, I was either going to just quit. There was a point where I was going to kind of just quit, and then I started to think and kind of like hypothesize, and I have some ideas for the future that might make it worth exploring things more in depth and continue on doing videos. So first off, I have a few things coming up in the future that I would just like to kind of like throw out there for people to see if, one, you're interested, and two, if you are a creative person, if you would like to be a part of either things. So first off, I was thinking about doing a public readathon this year, and that was going to be Novelization November. So Novelization November is a Patreon-only reading event I did last year, but a lot of people seem to be interested in it and had a good time exploring things within this sphere. So novelizations and movie, TV, and game tie-ins. I'm not set on the name, so Novelization was the name last year. I think I'm going to change the name slightly just to make it my own thing. Other than that, it'll be kind of the same. As far as what it's going to be like as far as a reading event goes, it's going to be not something, it's not going to be competitive. It's going to be a more relaxed reading, but instead of having like a bingo board or anything of that, I'm thinking about doing 6 prompts, and within each prompt there will be a series of follow-up questions that you yourself can choose to, if you want to engage more with the books you're reading. So for example, one of the prompts might be read a book from a movie you've never seen. So read either a novelization or tie-in from something you haven't seen. That could be you haven't seen the TV show, you haven't seen the movie, the thing is tying into and based off of, or you haven't played the game, or you've never played like whatever role-playing game that it's attached to. And then the series of questions will be like, 1, did you find this book satisfying to read without having any other background knowledge into it? 2, has this inspired you to check out the content that this is a spin-off from, and things like that. Like, so it'll probably be about 3 questions after you do each prompt. So like, it's not an assignment, but it's kind of a way to kind of get you to engage with thinking on a topic that you might not normally do. So it's more of an involved readathon in that it's kind of like a readathon and highlighting the discussion aspects. So there would be when I do the finale for the readathon, I would have a thing where we kind of like open up the session with going through those prompts and those various questions that we are getting asked, and kind of examining the readathon from that aspect. So it would only be about 6 prompts, would not be a bingo board, but it would be built around making a discussion and actually talking about these things in a little bit of a different way. So I think that might be a cool way to do a smaller readathon. Now I'm looking for like maybe a few co-hosts. If you're interested, let me know. Mainly what I need from co-hosts is for a very dumb joke idea for the opening, the announcement video. So like, you don't actually have to do anything. I just need somebody who'd be okay with me taking the reins for a very funny joke video for their announcements. So mainly, that's all I really need, is for people to be like, okay, I'm interested in this and I'm willing to hear you out on this one note joke that you have. So if that's you, either hit me up in the comments below or just DM me on Instagram and we can talk about it. The other thing that I'm getting interested in starting is this might actually be like I think I'll wait till January to officially start this, but I'm interested to kind of do like a year of Warhammer reading where I take people who have never experienced or read any Warhammer books and get them to read a book with me and talk about it. So it's kind of like a book club where anyone can join in, but it is also kind of like a way to introduce people who are not familiar with the franchise to see if it's something that they would be interested in dissecting in the future. So the kind of thing where it's like you kind of go in and you go, is this good for new people? Like, do you as an individual reading this enjoy this? Was this good as somebody who's coming in with no extra information? Even if you've only read one or two books, that's okay. I'd be interested in also talking to you still. But basically to explore where to start with this gigantic franchise, and also, you know, if this is something that people who would be trying it out for the first time would be interested in reading more of in the future. So yeah, those are the two big ideas that I have in the future coming up. As far as content, the normal weekly content, I'm thinking about doing some stuff with going back to 2 videos a week, because for a while now, for probably the last year, I've only been doing 1 video, and I think I should go back to 2 videos a week. That way I can have one that's a little bit more vloggy and a little bit more focused on just like slice of life stuff, because I do enjoy making vlogs, and the other will be a more discussion type video like I used to do, and used to be kind of like, could either be like individual book reviews, discussing favorites, top 10s, blah, 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 and any other randomness that kind of comes into mind. The secondary video does not act, or neither video technically will have to be book related, so maybe I'm doing something else that I'm really excited to talk about, and it's okay to open it up to talk about other genres that I'm interested in, just to kind of keep my energy level up and not get overloaded or overexhausted. So I'm just be interested to kind of like put the feelers out. Is this something that you'd be interested in? Or does this bore the baboompas at you? If it does and you're not interested, please let me know too. There's no shame in not being interested in an event. It helps formulate whether or not it's worth making it a big public thing. And also, if you would be willing to try out a Warhammer book for the first time, not just Warhammer 40k, but Warhammer Fantasy, and I'd probably swing a little bit of other stuff in there as well that are related to the Black Library. So if you're interested, just, you know, hit me up again in the comments below, and we shall discuss it in the future. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye.